Last week, we crossed the Gulf Stream for the third time, arrived in the Bahamas on the island of Bimini, and checked in. This week, we cruise across the Great Bahama Bank with a few of our new friends. We are a family of 5 from Texas who sold everything to live full-time on our 1987 Marine Trader Tradewinds 47. We have 3 boys, Carter, Chase, and Caleb. We also have 2 cats aboard, Cheddar and Tiger. For 2 years, we have enjoyed cruising, exploring, beautiful sunsets, loads of family fun, and brotherly bonding. We also enjoy exploring the water, snorkeling, and diving. In the Florida Keys, the Bahamas, and who knows where to next. We want to say a special thank you to all of our patrons. Our buddy boats took our kids and on a cruise for the day. We're cruising up to the Great Bahama Bank. And we just left Bimini. They've got 7 kids on their boat right now. Chris and I are all alone on our boat cruising. So of course Chris went to go make a wonderful breakfast. And we plan on spending the night in the bank tonight. It is absolutely flat seas. The ocean is dead calm. This is exactly what I like. And the bank is going to be about 1 or 2 knots of wind tonight. So it should be the best night we could to spend the night. There they are on the radio, our boats. We're getting ready to take a turn past a reef here.
Here's your breakfast, my dear.
Thank you. Egg scramble with salsa. Told you he was making breakfast. Nice breakfast for just the 2 of us, hanging out alone. What else are we gonna do?
We don't talk about that on camera. It's a family-friendly show we run.
There's Bimini. Us, along with 2 other boats, stopped in the middle of the Great Bahama Bank, right off Mackey Shoal. The bank is a shallow area of beautiful turquoise water between Cuba and Andros in the western Bahamas. It's a rare treat to spend the night in the middle of nowhere, no land in sight. It's always dependent on the weather. We all dropped anchor, played, and enjoyed the beautiful water, views, and friends.
What happened?
All day long we've been running from rain. All day. And I diverted a little.
And then it moved. The storm moved.
It's like the last hour we watched 2 cells just like forming into one.
So they say that not all superheroes wear capes, but I might disagree.
Oh, baby. Whew. Thank you, Jesus. That is our exact route. That's my perfect heading. Just gonna squeeze through it. Thank you, Jesus.
There's the bad stuff.
It's like it's separating. If I can just hold this course. It's taking me really off course. I'm supposed to be going like that way. But I'm gonna go that way and then around it. I'm all about going around a storm. I don't gotta freak nothing. Hanging out for dear life. Will you help me anchor?
Tried to stop it on the green stuff. Yeah, we're set. It went like it was trying to pull us. That's job of anchor, right? Yes.
How did she do today?
Good. No bars.
No cheddar barf.
Our battery's up to 100%. Even for all the water.
How much water did we make today?
We probably made 100 gallons of water today on the way, just cruising, and then filled up our 4 spare water tanks, and we still got 3/4 of a tank, and ran all that off of our batteries, which were being charged by solar and the alternators. And then it started raining, and we lost all our solar, so it started to draw the batteries down, so we turned them off. You boys ready?
For what? What?
Dinner?
There we
Rum punches?
Not for kids.
Painkillers. Oh. Welcome to this week's very special edition of
Talking from our app. We
brought
are
to you from our flybridge
app.
while in the middle of the
Ocean.
ocean.
We are still cruising, and we wanted to talk about this week's video. You saw us anchoring in the middle of the Bahama Bank and then going through storms, and why we don't like to go through them, and why do we try to avoid them.
Yeah. So let me show you a couple things real quick. First of all, there's our captain today. That's Carter. Hey, what's up, Carter? Yeah. He's steering us.
Wait,
But
I think it stopped.
if you notice,
Oh, no, it didn't.
if you notice, we don't have any protection around our flybridge. So
We don't have isinglass. We don't have anything.
we have a lower helm, which is good for driving in bad weather, right?
Yeah, I mean, we can drive down from there. It's totally possible.
And it's okay when you're in the middle of the ocean, you don't have to see real great. The issue for us is we don't have any electronics down there. All I have is a tachometer and this old school boat down there.
I mean, we could take our Navionics tablet with us, but
Yep.
the Garmin
It's just up top.
is what shows our radar and our depth and
So-
everything.
So people would say, why don't you have something down there? The boat didn't come with anything down there. At one point they had an old computer screen like set up there and hooked up to the Garmin. I think that was so they could see what the Garmin was seeing up top. But you couldn't control anything, you couldn't change anything. And it was just kind of in the way.
Yeah.
So
That's where our cat sleeps now.
yeah, that's where Cheddar's bed is.
So the lower helm is like cat central.
We don't really use our lower helm. We like the view from up here. And honestly, we are fair weather cruisers. We like to cruise when it's nice out.
Yep.
So other than the occasional pop-up storm, it's not a big deal. That being said, the reason we like to avoid is because we don't want to get rained on. And those storms tend to put off quite a bit of wind.
Yeah.
And they can take a very nice calm day like today and turn it into a 3 to 6 foot choppy sea day really quick.
Yeah, the sea condition was fine, but the winds were at least 20 to 25 knots, and we were going into it, and that's still not a problem. The sea condition was fine, but usually Chris drives in a storm, and this time I opted to stay up in the storm, and man, it was like I got soaked and drenched, and then I was freezing, and
That was pretty nice for me.
he sat down below and just kind of watched me. But other than that, that's why we don't drive through the storms if we can avoid them.
We did go across the Bahama Bank. You saw us anchor in the Bahama Bank.
Yep.
That was a pretty neat experience. If you ever get a chance to do that, you got to do that in settled weather.
We anchored right by Mackey Shoal.
Which is
And-
just a shallow spot in the middle of the bank is all it really is.
Yeah.
Bigger boats have to avoid it. With our draft, we go right over the top of it. It's like 8-9 feet there.
Yeah,
A lot of the bank is anywhere from 8 to, we saw what, 20s even.
Yeah.
So depending on where you are on the bank, 8 to 20 feet is not unusual.
Yeah.
Hey Carter,
What?
see that cloud right there?
Yeah.
Focus on just steering towards that cloud, because then you're not making such big S turns, all right? And try and anticipate the boat move before it gets there, okay? If you focus well on the horizon, you'll do a better job of keeping a straight line.
So we're back to cruising again, going to a new anchorage today. But we've got a little bit of seasickness going on with
Who's
some of the
seasick?
kids. Caleb. He's got his
He's bored. He's not seasick.
he looked green this morning before his medicine. But other than that, thanks for joining us. We will continue to explore and travel around the Bahamas. We are going back to the Berry Islands, which last year when we went to the Berry Islands was not an enjoyable experience. So hopefully this year we'll have a more enjoyable experience. And we will share that more with you next week.
Thanks for watching, everybody. If you got any questions, comments, want to know something, please shoot us a message. Drop it in the comments. Make sure to subscribe and like. And thank you again to all of our patrons that support us. If you want to check out the special stuff they get, like our live tracking link.
Follow
Check
us
us out
live
on
on
Patreon.
Garmin.
But other than that, guys, enjoy the journey.